Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for game number 3 in the IPL Season 1 Losers Round 4 matchup of Best of 5 series between ROOTKiWiKaKi and sixjaxViBe. ROOTKiWiKaKi is our yellow Protoss, spawning in the northwest position on Shakura's Plateau, while his opponent, sixjaxViBe, is our green Zerg, spawning in the southeast. Now, ROOTKiWiKaKi was sailing through the winner bracket until he met up with the Kraken himself, E.G. Idra, who defeated KiWiKaKi and knocked him down to the lower, where sixjaxViBe has been fighting to stay alive, and he is going to fight. Both of these players tied 1 game apiece in a best of 5, so we've at least got 2 games left, and possibly, and I would not be surprised to see this go to a 5th and final game between these 2 players. In the last matchup, just a few quick decisions from both players ended up resulting in a game for sixjaxViBe, but anything could happen here. Cross positions on Shakura's Plateau could mean, based off of the way that these 2 players like to play, that we could have another very long-form game. We're going to see the pool go down. And it's interesting is that was like a 13 pool for Vibe. See how he decides to go forward with that. Meanwhile, back at home for KiWiKaKi, we do have Gateway going down with the pylon at the ramp. So possibly, you know, a lot of Protoss actually like to go Forge first on this. A lot of times, sometimes Forge down here, or pylon with the Forge and the Gateway blocking off to get that quick expansion up. So KiWiKaKi might be opting to go with some aggression here early on in this game. Going to throw a pylon over here, also getting some vision of the rocks, just in case any shenanigans is going on back there. That, of course, would happen in extreme mid to late game. Gas going down as well. We can see the Overseer over here. See, there's no pylon from KiWiKaKi. And the last game was a very, very long game. A lot of it came down to sort of a base stalemate, but it was Vibe who came out on top of that one. Of course, the Zerg having a little bit more advantage as far as that's concerned. Throw out some drones, used a lot of his extra money to just get more hatcheries up, and that really ramped up his production. Meant he was constantly going to be producing units as long as he had the gas. Probe over here in an interesting spot. This probe, of course, can always move down, put a pylon right down here, possibly sneak one in back here as well. So he might have gone down, done the scout, and then just left himself up there. But I'm curious to see what KiWiKaKi is going to do. Another pylon up. We have the Cybernetics Core. Drone going to make its way in. We'll see the Cybernetics Core go to work. Typically means that Warp Gate research is underway. In some very, very, very rare situations, we might see Hallucinate come out first. But like I said, very, very rare. A Zealot chasing this drone around. Drone going to try to get as much information as it can. It sees a Chrono Boost unit coming out of the gateway. It's going to know it is definitely a stalker. And that means that drone's life will, of course, end. Drone's off of gas. Drone's now transferring over. 7 to be exact. Just a little late. Still early by my own play. Way early. I'm like, oh, my hatchery finished a minute ago. Sweet. Let me throw some drones over there. So Vibe really on top of his game right now with speed on the way. Another queen and continuing to drone out. Twilight Council going down for KiWiKaKi in the back here. With the second gateway, KiWiKaKi does have both gases. He is keeping his gases up. You can see he's not busted out a bunch of sentries. He does have 1 on the way. Could be what he's going to do. Could go to a blink, Stalker Blink build. For a map like this, especially as large as it is, and a lot of the little fun cliffs around here, not a bad idea. Spinecrawler going to go out at the front of sixjaxViBe's base. Zergling scouted around, but you'll note that the Zergling did not find super secret agent probe over here. So they will eventually make their way over to the towers, try to take vision of the entire base. Nexus is going to go down, it appears, and it will be scouted. Oh my gosh, don't let him get the probe. And it looks like the Zerg player knows that that Nexus is going to go down. Okay, so we have a Dark Shrine, which is the other option there with the Twilight Council going down with both gases as well. So the Dark Shrine about halfway done. We can see Super Agent Probe has moved down. Now, let's talk about this from a Zerg perspective. Lair has just begun. It is about a quarter of the way through, a third of the way through. We have one Overlord over here that could be morphed into an Overseer. We have another, actually that's the same Spine Crawler, just moving into a better position. And a few more Overlords. Where are the rest of them? So we do have a few others around. Here's one, here's one. But if a DT gets in, and let's take a look. Dark Shrine just finished, and quickly we have 2 DTs warping in. So, Lair is still almost complete. Then once it completes, that is when the Overseer must be morphed. He could send one here to the natural and one into the main. That's exactly what he's going to do. And there will be a lot of damage being done. Is the Lair. The Lair just finished. He knows that the DT is out. He's going to go ahead and start doing work. Now we're going to have the Overseer morph, and he's going to go to work, start taking out these drones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's watch the kills of this Dark Templar. Up to 8 kills. And the Overseer is going to pop. And that DT will have to run away. But we've got another Overseer over here. He's got 1 kill. Taking out the gas. He's going to work on some roaches as well. But it looks like Overseer is going to move around. How quick will KiWiKaKi be to respond to this? Dark Templar is not much without his stealth. Another move in here. As KiWiKaKi being super effective. Look at no income for the Zerg player, now getting all of his drones back in. You can see 40 probes to 35, 37 drones now, as he will be forced to drone up. So 1 DT over here. We've got a probe waiting. Find out when the 3rd goes down for the Zerg. And of course, this pylon can be continued to be sent in to harass. Couple Zerglings outside the base. Let's see what else we've got going on. Upgrades +1. Ground attacks for the Protoss players. Still on 1 gateway, but we also have 2 more going down over here. Creep spread now in full effect. Overseer going to be doing its work. Do we have another Overseer that was left at base? Yes, we do. So typically when you get DTs, or when you are up against DTs, you want to make sure, I always go with the rule of 1 Overseer per base, and he does have 2 Overseers out. This 3rd one marching around. Did he see that? Yes, he saw that pylon. Zergling will sneak in, try to see what he can find out. He's going to warp in some units here. I like this move. Warps in 4 Stalkers. Will easily take out these 2 Roaches, and might even be able to take out this Overseer. No, Overseer will run away. 2 more Roaches coming in. Looks like he wants to just force a cancel on this 3rd. We'll micro back that Stalker. Or do we have more Roaches on the way? No, we have Lings, which will be even better. Lings are going to move in. More Stalkers being warped in. Probably could have stood to put together a Zealot there. 1 Stalker going to go down quite easily, and thanks to the help of these Lings, suddenly these Stalkers just cannot deal with them in that number. Oh, nice job. Overseer was taken out. DT does come down, but another Overseer coming into play. It's going to try to run away, but it will not get away. Meanwhile, little army of KiWiKaKi moving forward. They'll finally take out that pylon. 3rd did get saved, which is good for the Zerg player. Still have this 1 DT over here at the tower. Let's take a look. We do have Blink coming out, just finishing right now. 58 probes to 58 drones. Spire just finishing for the Zerg. In the last matchup, we saw sixjaxViBe go with this incredible Mutalisk, Mask Mutalisk play. Had some Roaches, got some Infestors out as well. He's going to take 2 gases again, so that could let him go down any of the paths. Of course, see 7 Mutas coming out. I have to guess that once he gets this up, he'll get his gas going, and a lot of Mutas in production. Now, based off of the fact that he spent some money on those DTs, he is going to have a few more gateways, and that means he's pretty much going to be limited to those gateway units. You can see here, no protection in the back for the Protoss at all. Gateways opening, robotics facility just finishing. First Mutas are coming out. Don't leave this Muta behind. Don't leave Mutas behind. It's like DT had to run away from that party that he was not invited to. And Vibe does not have a strong enough army to take on what is currently out here right now. Especially with Blink now being finished and +2 weapons. I mean, this is really one of the styles that KiwiKaKi does very, very well with, and that is just a lot of stalkers, a lot of upgrades. Here's several more stalkers coming into play. He's even got a DT mixed in there, a couple of sentries for force fields. He's going to just demolish this army right here. Yeah, absolutely devastated. They did not even really get a hit off at all. He's going to go over here and possibly harass the third. Mutas are going to make their way over. A lot of Mutas over here. Are they just going to go in and fight, or will they go for the base? Going to burrow all of these drones. No observer out here yet, so he will not lose any drones, but does lose his hatchery. Mutas are on over to the base. There we see the cannons finally going down, but a lot of probe damage being done here. One cannon is canceled, second cannon is canceled, and now they'll start to do work here on these pylons. Meanwhile, KiwiKaKi's going to go ahead and rush the front of the base. And we could have another situation here. A lot of spy crawlers going up there, about to finish. Oh my gosh, that will do a ton of damage. Are the Mutas on their way back? No, they are trying to take out the Nexus, taking out several pylons, did not supply block their opponent. Look at the amount of stalkers that are going down, but how quickly they're also ripping through these spine crawlers. Roaches do come out and assist in this battle. Meanwhile, Mutas taking out the Nexus. Wow. Now going for the gateways. Going to take out one pylon, the second pylon. Stalkers being warped in. These stalkers still managing to do a ton of damage to the main base of the Zerg here. And we've got more. What do we got coming out here? More roaches on the way. And roaches will regroup. These drones will make their way up to the fourth, which is unharmed. Muta's caught in the middle of the field. And they will quick. Oh, blinked by the second group of Mutas. Oh, so many Mutas lost. And this, my friend, ladies and gentlemen, is the big difference between the last two, the last game and this one, is that really Vibe lost no Mutas. And that's how he was able to just get that Muta count up so ridiculously high. Now, there are 4 cannons over here, and 4 Mutas versus 4 cannons is not good. We have a couple roaches lunging forward, only to be stopped by these DTs. Muta's going to come into the third, try to do some more damage, but there are enough stalkers there to chase them away. And this is a crucial time here. Very crucial time for the Zerg. We got DTs moving through the middle. They're going to go to this third, see if it's rebuilt. When they see it's not going to go to this fourth, there are so many drones here. In fact, a majority of Vibe's drones are right here. Oh my God, this is not good. This is so not good. He's just gonna go after the hatchery. Oh, I don't know if that's the best idea, but that's what he's gonna do. Overseer comes in, he won't even get the hatchery. Ah, I don't like that idea by KiwiKaKi. I think he should have immediately gone for the drones, just trying to do as much damage as he could from there. Spore crawlers now going up with a spine crawler, good combination. Muta count still extremely low. Only 10 Mutas for Vibe. Meanwhile, KiwiKaKi. Just take a look at the unit counting station. 1 DT, 21 stalkers, 2 observers, 46 probes, 54 drones. Looks like the Muta's coming back over, try to do some damage. They will quickly be shut out of that base. +2 attacks for flying units, and +1 missile attack for the Zerg. Pretty late, considering that Protoss is now getting ground weapons 3. And it means that these stalkers will do a ton of damage, especially to this roach-heavy army. And regardless of whether or not he has burrow and tunneling claws, it's going to be a rough go. This is going to be a very rough go for the Zerg. Muta's coming back into the main base, seeing what they can take out. No static defense here at all. Going to be able to take out a pylon, but look at this. It might be KiwiKaKi's cue to move forward. Roaches do move forward. 1 stalker blinked back very nicely, and oh my gosh, without level 3 weapons, these stalkers are completely raging these roaches right now. Roaches are going to have to move back in the main, where there are no longer 9 spine crawlers to help here. 1 Muta going to come out and unfortunately live a very short short life. Hatchery goes down, and oh my gosh, we got more stalkers making their way into the third and fourth. Muta's just trying to take out as much tech as they possibly can. Look at the supply here, 122 for KiWiKaKi, 145 for Vibe as he continues to go with Mutas. More roaches moving in, but the position is in favor of KiWiKaKi. Some of those roaches on the low ground. And of course, these blink stalkers do have the ability to retreat back. They have hit level 3 weapons, so they are now doing 17 damage. And look at those roaches just disintegrate. A lot of stalkers left over. And I think this is going to be GG. One spine crawler down. If this hatchery goes down, there's literally 210 minerals, 80 minerals there. This is up, and that is rich, but it will get taken out, no problem. And there it is. Drone's going to try to get away, but actually they will fall down and die. Mutas finally realized killing this base is doing absolutely nothing for me as stalkers are still being produced. More gateways being put down here to make up for all of the gateways lost. Didn't even go after the DT shrine. Could have actually killed that pylon and that pylon and stopped all this madness from happening, but I think the damage has been done. More Mutas heading out. Oh, wow, I'm really shocked that he just continues to go with this Muta force. He has a lot of gas, needs to cancel this expansion, and does not cancel the expansion, it looks like. Spinecrawler's trying to beat away at these low health stalkers. More Mutas doing some damage here. I really think he should take out, there he took out that pylon at the front. Take this out. Just so many pylons out on the field though. Now we've got the Protoss making their way into the main base. And with cannons and stalkers, I mean, the Mutas can't fight without taking damage. That's the big problem here. Spire gonna go down, and I would guess, well, Lair and then the Roach Warren. So all Vibe has left are these Mutas right here. Oh, this is so bad. The Protoss is supply blocked once again. We've pretty much got an army versus army situation. No active hatcheries. This one is being built. It is almost done. He needs to get it going right away, and there he does. Oh my gosh, Mutas are dying like crazy. That was not good. That was not good. He doesn't have a Spire. He can't remake these. Blink Stalkers come in. I gotta guess that GG is gonna come out here from Vibe any moment, and KiWiKaKi will go into game 4 ahead 2-1. It's not GG yet, but I just cannot see the Zerg coming back. He's having to rebuild his spawning pool. I can't believe he left his Roach Warren up there. He's got no lair left. He's gonna have to remake that. So Protoss still has a lot of tech left over. Is trying to get out of being supply blocked. Here come the Mutas yet again. Blink forward. Oh, that blink is absolutely devastating. Not even getting gas at this point. He knows that he's got plenty of gas. Just trying to get, probably going to just try to get as many hatcheries back up as he can. Going to try to take out that cybernetics core. And that would be no more stalkers. Boom, it's gone. But more Mutas being lost. Right now, the only production for the Zerg is basically him trying to get things back into play. The Roach Warren will eventually die. The Evolution Chamber will eventually die. He rebuilt this pool because it will eventually die. He's going to put down a macro hatch to spend a lot of the money that he's got, but how is he going to do it? Is he just going to mass lings? Templar Archives going down for the Protoss? Since he's secured this base, he's definitely got the economy for it. Here comes an attack on the third. Oh, it finishes! He did not get a cancel off on it. Drones coming down. They will die a horrible, horrible death. And GG. Wow, I don't even want to know what we're looking at here. Look at all the stuff suspended in midair. A lot of stuff blowing up. GG, says sixjaxViBe, and ROOTKiWiKaKi takes a 1-game lead in this best of 5. We'll move on to game number 4, where ROOTKiWiKaKi could eliminate sixjaxViBe from the competition. Of course, sixjaxViBe he'll need to fight to stay alive. So stick around for Game 4 of the IPL Season 1 Losers Round 4 matchup between ROOTKiWiKaKi and sixjaxViBe. I'm DJ Wheat, and we'll be back.